Before we start, here's something most travelers never realize. Airlines quietly offer dozens of free services, but they rarely advertise them, and seniors are actually one of the groups that qualify for many of these benefits. The surprising part is that many flight attendants will gladly provide these things, but only if you ask. That means thousands of passengers are paying for things that could have been free. Today, we're revealing 15 free things seniors can request on flights in 2026 that airlines rarely talk about. Some of these can save money, others make flying far more comfortable, and a few can completely change your airport experience. Let's start with one of the most helpful perks. Thing 1: Priority Boarding Assistance. Many seniors assume priority boarding is only for first class passengers, but in reality, airlines frequently allow seniors to board early if they request assistance. Early boarding gives extra time to store luggage, find seats, and settle in without the rush. Cabin aisles get crowded quickly during boarding. For older travelers, squeezing through that chaos can be stressful and uncomfortable. Flight attendants understand this, which is why assistance boarding exists. All you usually need to do is politely ask the gate agent before boarding begins. Sometimes they'll add you to the pre-boarding group immediately. This allows you to enter the plane before the large crowds arrive. You'll get time to organize your belongings and relax before the cabin fills up. Many seniors don't know this option exists, but once you ask for it, flying instantly becomes much easier. Thing 2: Help with overhead luggage. Lifting bags into overhead bins can be one of the hardest parts of flying. Even younger travelers struggle with heavy carry-ons. For seniors, this can become uncomfortable or even risky. Airlines know this, which is why crew members often help if you ask. Flight attendants can place your bag into the overhead bin safely. They can also help bring it down after landing. But many passengers hesitate to ask. They assume the crew is too busy or that the request might be annoying. In reality, helping passengers with luggage is part of their job, especially when someone may need assistance. A simple request is usually all it takes, and it can prevent unnecessary strain during your flight. Thing 3: Seat adjustments. Seat comfort makes a huge difference during flights, especially on longer routes. Many seniors don't realize they can ask about available seat adjustments. Sometimes the crew can move you to a seat with more space. This often happens if there are empty rows or unused seats nearby. Airlines rarely announce this because seating is carefully managed. But once boarding is finished, opportunities sometimes open up. If the plane isn't full, a polite request can go a long way. Flight attendants may quietly relocate you to a more comfortable area. Even moving just a few rows can improve legroom and comfort. The key is asking respectfully, because sometimes better seating is available, but never advertised. Thing 4: Extra blankets. Cabin temperatures can feel colder than expected. Airplane air circulation systems often keep cabins cool during long flights. For seniors, that cold environment can become uncomfortable quickly. Many airlines carry extra blankets on board, but they usually don't hand them out automatically. Passengers who ask politely often receive one without any charge. Blankets can help improve comfort and make it easier to relax, especially during overnight flights. Cabin crews understand that staying warm helps passengers rest, and when you're comfortable, the flight feels much shorter. So if the cabin feels cold, don't hesitate to ask. You might be surprised how quickly they bring one. Thing 5: Extra water. Staying hydrated during flights is extremely important. Airplane cabins have very dry air. That dryness can lead to dehydration faster than most travelers expect. Seniors may feel the effects even more strongly. The good news is that water is always available on board. Flight attendants usually provide drinks during service rounds, but you don't have to wait for the cart. You can politely request water anytime during the flight. They'll usually bring a cup or even a full bottle if available. Staying hydrated improves comfort and helps reduce fatigue, and best of all, it costs nothing. Thing 6: Assistance. Through the airport large. Airports can feel overwhelming. Long corridors, multiple terminals, and tight connections can create stress. Airports know this, which is why assistance services exist. Many airlines offer free mobility support for seniors. This can include help navigating the airport. Sometimes staff members escort passengers directly to their gate. Wheelchair assistance is also available if needed. These services are meant to make travel easier and safer, but many travelers never request them. All it takes is asking during check-in or booking, and suddenly the airport experience becomes far more manageable. Thing 7. Early meal service. Meal service timing can vary on flights, but seniors can sometimes request earlier meal delivery. This can be helpful for passengers who need to eat with medications. Flight attendants often accommodate these requests quietly, especially when the reason is health-related. Getting meals earlier also means you avoid crowded service times. You'll have more time to eat comfortably, and you won't feel rushed when trays are collected. Airlines rarely mention this option, but asking politely can make a big difference, especially on longer flights. Thing 8. Medication storage. Some medications require specific storage conditions. For example, certain prescriptions must stay cool. Many aircraft have limited refrigerated storage available. Flight attendants can sometimes store medications safely during the flight. This prevents medicines from overheating in cabin conditions. However, this service isn't widely advertised. Passengers usually learn about it only after asking. The crew will evaluate whether storage is possible. If space allows, they'll usually help. It's another example of a hidden service available to travelers, especially helpful for seniors carrying essential medications. Thing 9. Quiet seating areas. Airplanes can be noisy environments. Crying babies, loud conversations, and constant movement make rest difficult, but sometimes quieter sections exist on the plane. For example, rows further from the galley or bathrooms. Flight attendants often know which seats are calmer. If available, they may help seniors relocate. This small change can transform the flight experience. A quieter area makes it easier to sleep or relax, especially on long routes. Most passengers never think to ask about this, but crew members are often happy to help when possible. Thing 10. Cushion support. Airline seats are not always designed for long-term comfort. Some passengers experience back or neck discomfort during flights. Flight attendants sometimes carry small cushions or rolled blankets. These can provide extra support, especially for lower back or neck areas. For seniors, this small adjustment can make a big difference. Better support reduces stiffness and fatigue, which means you arrive feeling far less exhausted. Airlines rarely advertise this option, but when available, the crew may gladly help. Comfort requests are often easier to accommodate than passengers expect. Thing 11. Help with connections. Tight connections can cause anxiety, especially in unfamiliar airports, but airline staff can sometimes assist seniors during transfers. Gate agents may notify staff at the next airport. This allows assistance teams to meet you when you land. They can guide you to the next gate quickly, sometimes even using shorter routes through the terminal. This reduces stress and prevents missed flights. Many travelers don't know this support exists, but it's often available if you inform the airline ahead of time, and it can completely change the connection experience. Thing 12. Free snacks. Snack baskets sometimes appear during flights, but not every passenger notices them. Flight attendants often keep extra snacks in the galley. Passengers can politely request them between meal services. This is especially common on longer flights. Seniors who need light food with medications may benefit from this. The crew typically understands these needs, and they often provide snacks without hesitation. Airlines rarely announce this because supplies are limited, but asking politely may get you an extra treat and make the flight more enjoyable. Thing 13. Seatbelt extensions. Seatbelt comfort matters during long flights. Some passengers need slightly longer belts. Airlines carry seatbelt extensions for this reason. but many travelers feel embarrassed asking. The truth is, flight attendants provide them regularly. There's nothing unusual about requesting one. Crew members handle these requests discreetly, and they'll bring the extension quickly. Comfort and safety are the priority. So if the belt feels tight, simply ask. You'll immediately feel more relaxed during the flight. Thing 14. Assistance. After landing. The end of a flight can be just as challenging as boarding. Passengers rush to grab bags and exit quickly. For seniors, this crowded moment can feel chaotic. Airlines sometimes offer assistance after landing. Staff can help with luggage or escort passengers through the terminal. This support can continue all the way to baggage claim, or even to airport exits. Many travelers don't realize post-flight help exists, but it's often available when requested earlier, and it can make the arrival process far smoother. Thing 15. Friendly check-ins. From crew, one of the most overlooked benefits seniors receive on flights is simple attention. Flight attendants frequently check in on passengers who may need support, especially older travelers flying alone. They may offer extra water, snacks, or assistance during the flight. Sometimes they even stop by just to make sure everything is comfortable. These small gestures create a better travel experience. Airlines may not advertise it, but many crew members genuinely enjoy helping passengers feel safe. A simple conversation can make a long flight feel more welcoming. And sometimes the best perk isn't something physical at all. It's simply knowing someone is looking out for you.